efficiency, helping you get clear on the efficiency of your home. Okay, Ryan, I am up in the attic space right now, just taking a quick look around, seeing what it is that you have and seeing how it is that we might best be able to help you out here. So first and foremost, what we're looking at is the type of insulation that you have here on your attic floor. This particular stuff is called cellulose. It's more like a ground up newspaper. Very, very dusty in nature, very, very fine. It's known to set off allergies like no other. It's no longer allowed in schools and hospitals. The second type of insulation that you have on the attic floor is this loose fill fiberglass type of insulation. Not a bad type of insulation. The biggest issue with this stuff is that you don't have enough. And the difference between this stuff and the newest stuff is the old stuff, if you were to put it directly on the skin, it still has irritational factor to it. Whereas the new stuff, Pro Pink L77, this is what's rated for schools and hospitals. Non-toxic, non-itch, and non-dust, right? So this is the stuff that's rated for schools and hospitals now. That brings me to my second point, which is your levels. So I got a little ruler here. Right now you're coming in just under the 5-inch mark in most areas. Just to put that in perspective, you're what is called an R11. R11, okay? Bare minimum code right now, Ryan, is R38. 13.25 inches. This is where all new homes are being built, okay? And the very most insulation that you would put in the home for the maximum effective insulation is 20 inches at R60. Anything above this is what we call diminishing returns, which means you can double up to 40 inches. It won't do anything more than it will right here at this 20. But at the very least, we want to get you to code. So pretty simple on that, okay? Now, insulation is done in increments. So the smallest increment is 19. The next is 30, 38, so on and so forth. Where you're at right now with the R11, okay? If I blew 19 plus 11, that's not code, okay? So for you, in order to get you to code, we'd have to come in with the increment of 30. 30 plus 11 is 41, and that'll land you just a hair above code, okay? So pretty simple on that. So that'll be the lowest option I show you, is to at least get up to code, okay? Like I mentioned, SMUD does have a rebate. It is $3,000. I'm going to quickly explain the criteria. Let me take off my mask in order to do that. I'm going to quickly explain the criteria for you and the 3 different variables in which they ask for, okay? So the first variable is insulation. There are 2 caveats, though, that would stop them from allowing you to use your existing insulation, okay? The first caveat is you can only create the rebate with a maximum amount of 2 types of insulation. That means you have 1 existing, and I make up the difference with the second one, okay? You currently have 2, which means that by making up the difference, you're now 3, you're now void, okay? The second thing is they will not allow you to use the existing insulation if you've got rodent activity present in the attic. If you've got either of those 2 things, they are going to require you to remove all the insulation, clean up the space, disinfect the space, and then start over, okay? And so for you, if you're going for the rebate, okay, option number 3, the last option that I'll show you, that would be what you would have to do, is remove everything from the attic space, disinfect it, and then start over, okay? So pretty simple on that, okay? But if you do that, then they'll assist you with the 3,000. Okay, so I've explained insulation, okay? The second variable to the rebate is called air seal, okay? And that's going to, if this is your home, as you in the wintertime, as you pay for heat, right? Hot air rises and it stacks on the ceiling, okay? If you don't have enough insulation, a lot of that heat goes right up through. But also, if you've got enough insulation, then the heat is just more easily going to go through areas of penetration. That's any area that goes down through the drywall, okay? I'm not going to take you to a lot of areas. There's a big attic here. I just want to take you to the areas that are going to be notorious, right? But if they're doing air seal, they're going to be sealing up all the gaps. That's wiring, that's plumbing, that's can lights. That's going to be where ductwork meets the attic floor, okay? Any recess lighting, anything like that. So this right here is just an area where your ductwork meets the attic floor. And we've got the drywall here, okay? They didn't do anything wrong here, but they didn't seal where the drywall meets, right? And this is what SMUD wants for two reasons. One, this dusty type of insulation is easily going to get back down through here. And I haven't been inside the home, but that manifests itself as dust around the edge of the vent, not just around the outside edge, right? And they want that sealed up because that dust is known to set off allergies. Reason number two is by sealing it up, now your HVAC unit, your heating and your cooling bills are going to go down because you're not wasting temperature into the attic, or you're not introducing attic temperature back into the home like during the summertime, okay? So they want all that sealed up. So pretty simple on that, okay? And last but not least is the ductwork. So the tubing that travels the air in which you pay for. SMUD finds that exceptionally important, and they want you to have a good energy efficient tube that's going to keep the majority of your temperatures on the inside, but also give you good defense against the heat during the summertime, okay? Not to go too deep into it at this time here, but they'll grandfather in R6 duct. Anything underneath it they consider not energy efficient, and they want you to replace it with the newest version, which is R8. Said all that to say this: your current ducts are R4.2. That's right here, okay? So these do not qualify as energy efficient. In order for you to qualify for the rebate, they would want you to get rid of the R4.2s and replace them with R8, okay? That's about double the efficiency, okay? Another way of saying that is you will now use your HVAC system. You'll use half as much air as you currently have been wasting, right? Currently been using, okay? In order to get the job done, okay? So real simple. So I'll be showing you three options here, Ryan. Option number one, the least expensive option I'll show you, is blowing R30 over the top of what you have in order to get you up to code everywhere. That will certainly help you, especially when it comes to comfort inside the home, okay? Option number two, I'll be a seal and blow, okay? This will not activate the rebate, but you will certainly be more energy efficient and more comfortable in the home. And that option is just sealing the gaps, still keeping this insulation because there's no law saying you have to remove it, sealing up the gaps and then blowing in the R30 over the top of what you have, okay? And calling it a day, okay? And then option number three will be the rebate option. That'll be the biggest version of the project that I'll show you, and that will be a RSB, otherwise known as remove, seal, blow. So remove everything because you've got multiple types of insulation and fecal matter rodent activity. Remove everything, disinfect the space, seal up all the gaps, then replace all these inefficient ducts with R8, and then blow in R38, okay? At that point, the project will be at its biggest, but then SMUD will help us out, help you out with a $3,000 rebate that comes right in off of the top, and then you're left taking care of the difference, whether that's financing or whether that's cash. But that's pretty much it, Ryan. That's everything that I'm looking at. That's just a few options to consider, in my professional opinion, sooner rather than later. Thank you.